West Allis Central High School. A day's worth of wrestling stands between the city kids and the chance to compete in Madison for individual state titles. Chris Johnson inexplicably fails to make weight for the first time this season.
Cockiness kind of took over. And we told him, no, watch your weight, watch your weight. He gave us the usual response, I know what I'm doing, I'm all right, I know what I'm doing. When in actual fact, he really didn't know.
Sectionals turn out to be a huge disappointment for the Cougars. Gaines continues to cruise, now undefeated after 46 matches.
Yes! That's it. Yes! Oh, take it back.
But seniors Marvell Taylor and Nick Grady and junior Sherm Brown failed to qualify for state. Antoine McGee manages to wrestle back into second place, earning himself a spot on the mat in Madison. Wisconsin's Capitol will see only 2 Custer qualifiers, 1 less than last year.
We were clear there are seniors' careers that ended individually today, that it hurts to see when we practice stuff repeatedly and to see it come down to the last day of their individual career cost them trips to state. We had 5 in our hands, and 3 of them got away. There's no excuse for not making weight. You know what you got to do. Everything's a choice, and that was a choice not to make it. And we've seen this in the past, kids not allowing themselves to succeed, doing whatever they can to sabotage it. It's nothing new that we're dealing with. We're still trying to find ways to handle it better.
16 wrestlers in each weight class will compete in Madison, and the Cole Center on the UW campus becomes the mecca of wrestling for the weekend.
We didn't qualify for state, but we still got Team State next week. Yeah, you know, we're hoping to dominate and do what we got to do, you know.
McGee loses his first match and ends up winning his second before he bows out. In only his second season wrestling, he comes within 1 match of medaling at state. And the undefeated Gaines loses his first match of the season.
That was the first time all year I saw you afraid to attack. And you were afraid from the get-go. And it wasn't like you were afraid of him, it was that you were afraid to find out what the result would be. You're not going to win against guys at any level, especially this one, if you hold back.
Saturday, he beats Ryan Gerber of DeForest to qualify for the 5th place match. But his opponent in the final match is not able to wrestle because of a head injury, and Dee's long journey ends with a 5th place medal.
Feels a little funny, but it's a medal. Nice job. You had a good tournament.
What Tomes has been able to accomplish here has been possible because of the respect he's earned from the kids.
I really look up to Tomes.
We were goof-offs in high school, and he knows exactly how they want to be treated.
He really looks out for the kids. He gets them where they need to be. You know, he makes sure they have what they need. And, you know, a lot of coaches don't do that. You know, they leave it up to the kids. He makes sure they get home, you know, and to and from the different matches and everything like that. So, you know, I think he's real good.
He's very concerned with his kids. His kids are coming to school. They're doing well academically. They're getting to be very physically skilled.
Ben has really changed some lives. I mean, to see how some of those kids came along from that year, 2 years ago when they wrestled us, and experience a whole year with these kids, it was just something that I would have never imagined.
Coach Tomes and his wife, they're like second mother and fathers to me, you know, so it's a part of my life, and it's going to be a part of my life for a long time.
I think the Milwaukee people are very lucky to have a guy like him spearheading this thing.
The finale of the season comes on March the 7th as the City Kids face the Kaukauna Galloping Ghosts in their first state team appearance. The Ghosts have lost only 1 dual meet all year. Kaukauna features 3 state medalists and are in the state team tourney for the 5th straight year. The teams trade wins in the first 8 matches. The highly talented Johnson, who comes into his match with a 41-4 season record, gets pinned for the first time since his sophomore year.
First, I felt like, especially time was winding down, even if he only loses there, we're in our right spot. You know, it makes you feel a little bit like a failure on your own because it was under my roof and I couldn't fix it. And we could see it. You could see it. Even though he's winning, you could kind of see it early a little bit in that match. And you kept thinking, part of me in the back of my mind was flirting with disaster, and disaster struck.
Junior Sherm Brown registers a pin in the second period. After a loss at 160, senior Nick Grady comes back from a painful drop to defeat Paul Petrie by an injury default. Now it's 18-15 Kakana, and D. Gaines is unopposed. Sophomore heavyweight Mariano Coleman turns in a strong performance as he outlasts his ghost, Paul Wachinski, 5'4", and gives Custer a 3-point lead. But with 5 matches left and 2 state medalists wrestling for Kakana, things don't look good for the City Kids. 103-pound senior McGee finishes his career on his back, and 112-pound junior Yusef Morales Colon drops a decision. At 119, junior Josh Polk has state medalist Tyler Van Schindel on his back, but fails to get the pin and still wins by decision. Custer now trails the match 30-27. 2 matches are left, and Custer has its back to the wall. 125-pound Juan Perez, a senior captain, turns in a valiant career finale. He has Kakana senior Jeremy Van Schindel on his back a number of times, but doesn't get the pin, and after regulation, the score is tied at 8. In sudden death overtime, the first wrestler to score will win. Early in OT, underdog Juan fails to block a takedown and finds himself on his back. He resists the pin, but drops the match and ends his season. Now it's 33-27 Ghosts. The 130-pounders are up. For the Cougars, it's the unpredictable Milton Ross facing Kakana's Andy Rashawn. Ross needs a pin to tie the team score. He gets Rashawn on his back, but can't finish him off.
Listen, it doesn't matter if you lose. The only way we can win is if you pin him. You have to pin him, okay?
Ross is forced to take chances and finds himself losing 15-9. After their best season ever, the City Kids are finished.
It's been a hell of a 4-year ride. Go out there and shake their hand.
This is the final curtain call for the 6 Custer senior starters, none of whom wrestled before their freshman year in high school. They took their lumps early in their careers, but in just 4 seasons, they helped Coach Toombs build a foundation for a quality program.
Battle. No one expected us to get here. We battled, we got here, and we got our respect. So no one hang their head down.
Nope. Fellas, it sucks. It wasn't our goal. The goal was to win, plain and simple, and we didn't do it. All right? Does that mean it's a lost season? Hell no. We finished 22-4, guys. There was no team here 4 years ago. You know what? That team's been here. You know what? The deciding thing was, guys, they had been here 5 years in a row. They knew how to do the little things. We've been here 1 year in a row now. The next couple years, that's us, knowing how to do the little things. You know what? We went down swinging.
Wrestling offered this diverse group of kids the motivation to stay focused academically. Without making grades, there would have been no wrestling. For the seniors, that means graduation. And for the returners, it means more academic success and another chance at the big top in Madison. The City Kids will return.
A couple things throughout the season.
Like 15.
Oh, it's just a new weight limit. Broke 12 and 19 the other day.
Nobody thought we could do what we did.